Auburn Sasquatch runs smoothly in a crouched position and ducks effortlessly in Minnesota, July 2011 in eastern Minnesota. Thanks to Candy at Sasquatch Watch for finding it. She found this and we saw it with just 7 views. This is a wonderful example of how adept Sasquatch are at hiding and moving through thick brush. The filmer answered a few questions and realized that this was very serious and wisely chose not to pursue it any further. It confirms on all over auburn hair, high shoulders, gray on the hand. You see a line on there. Uh, Tree hiding, fluid run. We know there's at least one nut bar in Minnesota who was hunting with his 30-06. We live in blank town. During a usual walk in the woods, next to our hayfield, we thought we scared up a deer. Hearing a low, odd grunting, we moved a bit faster. I just brought an iPhone, so I obsessively photograph or video everything. It doesn't look like a deer, as you will see. It's kind of near the St. Croix. There's been a number of sightings up and down. We've had experiences 2 hours west and 2 hours north of this spot. Here it is. Okay, we'll stabilize it now with just the Sasquatch part only. And you'll do is you'll see it's going there. It just basically is ducking through and kind of doing kind of going around them, and it hides again. Well, one question is why there's red hair. Well, it's obviously probably the most common color other than dark brown in the sighting record. There's the Auburn Sasquatch in Seattle, and then 9 steps, and there's about 3 or 4 other videos that look kind of reddish. If we slow it down and zoom it, you'll get a couple really good views of the hair as it kind of moves in this way. That's pretty good. Now, as the knee passes at the very beginning, you see the gray hand. Now, if you look at an orangutan, you'll see that pigmented line about halfway through it. That's very similar, gray on the hands, and you kind of see that right there, and you see the thumb kind of comes right up to that, and the thumb is kind of matches the augmented line. Now watch, you'll see the same thing. You'll see a couple frames of it. The thumb is below that line, and you'll see the gray hand kind of come up right there, coming up and going back down. Now if you look at the Miaka, has a hand shot where you can see the fingers push forward, and there you see, if you look at it, 3 clear fingers, the index, middle, and the ring finger as it's moving forward, and you can just barely see the thumb in the same position there. Now there's slight cupping, and this is probably vestigial from the halibut days, but also from tree pulling, tree climbing and stuff like that. You'll see in Patty there. Now let's look at the auburn hair. As it goes, it looks like it's facing forward, looking through the trees, and there's like 2 little white dots. Now maybe nothing, but I mean, it's so fluid. And the eyes, if they were eyes, look almost yellow as it goes through. And now this is kind of too fast to kind of see it, but it's pretty cool. Watch how it ducks while it runs so effortlessly. And boy, we just love the muscles shake on the right foot as it stomps down. Ready? Here, ready, boom, down. It's almost like it purposely just hit that hard. I mean, that's not a suit, guys. That's something really cool. And you can see the hair off the bottom of the leg. The arms are held forward and the knees are motionless. Like this. And you'll see a couple examples of the same thing where the arms are held forward, almost kind of in a kind of a cupped hand over the knee. You can see almost the one foot coming from behind the other foot. And, yep, lifting and twisting around. Very, very adept. Okay, now look at the Spokane. It runs with bent legs, and I don't know. The more we look at this one, the more the head and the chin position is good, but it's the quickness it's able to go and duck while they're already running in a crouched position. If you look at the Pennsylvania White, this is the super enhanced version where you'll actually can see the legs and the arms. As it moves in here, you'll see it there, and then you'll see the arm flip forward, and there you can see it. Another spot you see that is the Don Young video. It's a thermal video where the arms are held forward in the same way. Okay, the Don Young thermal was in Price County, about 2.5 hours west of this Minnesota site. Conclusions. Okay, we know the Sasquatch hair color via the sighting record is auburn, black, brownish, and red, gray, white, and rarely golden blonde. These are the same colors found in the human hair color palette. Uh, Red is the common color of deep sea predators because it's probably difficult to see at night. Sasquatch historical range filled the forests of the United States and Canada and Minnesota as well. Sasquatch have large areas, territories that are very subtly marked. Humans do not understand the markings and possibly smells that go with them. Sasquatch find very dense habitat is rarely, if not impossible, for humans to navigate. Camera technology and sheer number of cameras is improving. Then, when eventually humans eventually understand that Sasquatch is really there, then there'll be an eventual flood of information. This is a great example of the cameras finding Sasquatch.